So welcome to my new video, and today we'll be talking about UnCiv, a recently released Civilization copy for Android and maybe iOS. It's a rather small game, as you can see, around 5 megabytes, but it's very interesting. It has a lot of things included that you maybe wouldn't expect in such a small package. Most of the reviews are actually positive, even though you can see a few negative ones here. The game didn't load or whatever, but that's for an older version, and the game is constantly being updated. So problems like this happen because obviously a small team developing the game, but they are being fixed consistently on I think a weekly basis, actually more than weekly. Consistent updates are there, as you can see. Even though I recently installed the game, there has been another update since yesterday. But now let's get into the actual gameplay. As you can see, there's six different civilizations: Babylon, Greece, China, Egypt, England, and France, with three different sizes of the world: small, large, and medium. You can have up to 5 enemies. So obviously you're one of the civilizations existent. And yeah, you can have 1 or 5 enemies, depending on your choice, and it can be either a small, uh, medium, or large world. And you start up with a settler and a scout. You can immediately actually make the city. You can, on the start, these are the things you can produce: a scout, warrior, settler, worker, and a monument. As you can see, this is kind of like a copy of Civilization V. The scout, well, obviously, as you can see, the graphics have definitely their own kind of charm. I think I definitely like the graphics personally. Not so sure if others do, but I definitely like them. They're very interesting. Uh, Starting up, you don't have that much to do. You kind of explore, and you pretty much choose which technologies you want to explore. Uh, As you can see, moving units is pretty simple. You press the move unit button after pressing on the tile that your unit is on, and you select which tile you want to move it to. You can also pretty much select the unit and move it to any tile on the map. You can press any tile on the map, and eventually your unit will get there. Um, the game, I think, is one of the better ones for Android. I mean, it has five. It's a 5 megabyte game. And what this guy's made of it is very impressive. Here I'll show you the winning conditions. You can have a science victory, cultural victory, or the conquest victory. And it shows you how far you're getting there. And Civilopedia is very simply made, as is everything in this game. This game is all about simplicity, but also functionality. So everything's made to function. It's simple, it's clean, and it works. It works great. As you can see, the Civilopedia is as simple as you can make it, but it works perfect. Everything you want to find is there. As you can see, many buildings resources are in this game, many units as well. Technologies for a game like this, I think, are the tech tree is impressive. Obviously, units have a fair bit of customization, which you don't always get in these Android clones. And this isn't the first studio to attempt making this type of game. They are the social policies. That's another thing which exists. Very impressive that they managed to pack that in as well into the 5 megabyte package. The game is brilliant, honestly. I think if you're a Civ 5 fan or any Civilization fan, you should definitely give this a go. Um, Meeting Civs, I haven't really managed to find any sort of real diplomacy going on between the civilizations. Not really much of that happening. It's more of a war game, I suppose you could say. But it has, a cultural victory and a scientific victory. So I think it really is a civilization game. I definitely get that feeling whilst playing. It's a simplified civilization. And honestly, I love every minute of it. As you can see on the top right part of the screen, you get these little notifications about what's going on this turn. And this is actually the tech tree. I'm showing it to you from start to end, and it's quite nice. I think you can For example, you could potentially select mass media, and you could click on mass media, and the tech tree would find the fastest way to get there. So if you don't have to be picking tech by tech. You can pick a far away one, and it will still work the same way it does in different civilizations. But there's no real era type of thing going on. There's no like, for example, Stone Age or anything like that. Ancient times or modern times. There isn't any of that really going on. It's just kind of a tech tree that doesn't have any eras connected to it. You also do have Golden Age. Golden Ages, they haven't actually fixed in recent update, they give all sorts of bonuses. And here I'm exploring my scout and with my warrior. Maybe it would have been better if I made a small world, so we would have found some of our neighbors earlier. But I suppose this works as well. Oh, there's one of them. There's an enemy scout. Obviously, attacking is quite simple. You go near him and you attack, or with archers, they also have ranged attack, so they can attack from further away. And I'll show you in a minute how combat actually works. It's pretty simple. You press on on the tile that has your unit, and you press on the opposing unit and press attack, and it shows the info down there in the bottom corner. As you can see, also looking at tiles around you, they're made very nice. I think you can tell which resources are on what tile. It's made quite simply. As you all remember, I've actually made previous videos about top 4 civilization games on Android, and if if this game was released before, I definitely would have included it and made it a 5. There's another game I wish I did include. It's Polytopia. Someone actually mentioned it in the comments. It's a ridiculously fun game. I played it myself. I should have included that one as well. But I might make a new updated video on that if anyone wants me to. It's definitely a fun topic. But I think this might be the easiest to run Civ game on Android, and it might be one of the better ones, honestly. It's definitely like Civ 5. This is me going through social policies again. This time I can actually pick one of them, and I'll pick tradition. I think, yeah, tradition is one of the better ones. But essentially, social policies. You have down there in the bottom corner information about what they actually produce for you. And there's Paris. You can select the tiles you wish your citizens work on. You can also do that, which is nice. And workers also exist. So I'll show you a worker in a minute. I'll create one later. And basically they can improve tiles, which is pretty regular stuff for civilization. As you can see, I've killed the enemy scout, and now moving on. I hope I'll find the save route. Yep, there's a barbarian warrior. So barbarians are also exist. They're obviously weaker than usual units. As you can see, you get a 33% advantage over barbarians whilst fighting. Paris has expanded its borders. You can obviously build as many cities as you wish, really. But I don't think I'll be building any really in this short kind of preview. I just want to show you guys the simple things like combat, how attacking cities works, how the science tech tree looks like, and just the basic stuff about the game. And there's promotions as well. Your units can get certain promotions when once they get, I'm guessing, some experience with combat. But yeah, I think this game's definitely worth a shot, and I don't really want to get too far into this game. I'm just gonna show you the basics, things that you guys would like to see, basically seeing how the game actually works. And you can see here, a worker can make a farm right now, but I'm pretty sure in the future, or soon enough anyway, once you develop more technologies, they'll be able to build more tile improvements like mines and stuff like that. So that's another thing. That you can build. Obviously, here I select chivalry. You know, you can go far. You can press really any technology, and you will eventually, well, the game will find the fastest way towards that technology for you. These are the options. You have 5 different languages. That's also interesting. You know, it's a pretty decent amount. And yeah, that's really all I kind of wanted to show you guys about the gameplay of the game. It always gives you these goofy save names, and I always use them as well. I'm just gonna save the game with that goofy name. Uh, yeah, I think this is it for this video. Goodbye, guys, and I'll talk to you again in the next one.